Hey, you're listening to Marketing Out Loud, a daily podcast where I share advice, stories, and insights to help you build a thriving consulting or professional services practice. To subscribe to the show, head over to marketingoutloud.fm. I don't know about you, but I always feel like I've got more to do than I have time for. But there's more stuff to get done than there are minutes and hours in the day and days in the week and weeks in the month. And I think that's pretty common. I don't think I'm the only one here. I hope I'm not the only one. You know, if you're a busy professional, then chances are you have a lot going on. You've got client work to worry about, and the more clients you have, the more work there is to worry about. You've got your own business to worry about. You know, your marketing, your sales, your business development, the overall health of your business, your cash flow, and so on. If you've got staff or even, freelancers or people you outsource work to, you've got them to worry about. Are they doing their job? Are they being effective? Do they have problems that I need to deal with? And, family. If you've got family, and everyone's got some family, whether it's a spouse and kids or parents or brothers and sisters or even close friends, you've got these important personal relationships that you need to attend to. You have to nurture those relationships, and those are critical to having, overall a good quality of life. So there's all these interactions and all these relationships, and these are not superficial interactions. These are real, valuable, important interactions. And I think the more mindful that you can be, the more aware and present you can be when you're having these interactions, the more effective you'll be overall. And I think I'm realizing that this is just so critical, this idea of mindfulness and awareness and being present in the moment. Because the truth is, if you've got a once a week interaction with a client, let's say it's a once a week meeting, whether it's a status meeting or a coaching call, but you've got this once a week interaction on the phone or in person, then that weekly touch point is really critical. You've got to be on your game in that 1 hour or half an hour or 90 minutes, because that's the one interaction you're going to have with that client. And if you're not on your game, if you don't deliver, if the client doesn't get what they need out of that interaction, then you're not going to be in very good shape. Or, let's say you record a weekly video for your blog, right? And it takes you about an hour, let's say. Well, that 1 hour time slot is critical. You've got 1 hour a week to run your marketing. And if you're not on point, if you're not on your game in that 1 hour, then your marketing is going to suffer for that week. Or, let's say you have an hour after the kids go to bed to have an actual conversation with your wife. And this is certainly my situation, right? Well, if you're not present in that 1 hour, if you're distracted by other things, and frankly, I quite often am. This is why this is kind of a sensitive topic for me. But if you're distracted in that hour and you're thinking about other things, or you're on your laptop working until late hours of the night, then your relationship's going to suffer. So my point here is that when you're already stretched thin, you've got more things to do than you have time for. You've got more relationships to manage and to nurture, good, important relationships, that it's critical that you work on your awareness and your mindfulness and your being present in the moment so that you can make the most of the time that you have when you're interacting with others. The problem here is that we are so easily distracted these days. Email, phone notifications, social media. I mean, all of these things have trained us to go and look for the next dopamine hit, because that's far more gratifying to our brains in the moment than doing the thing that we know we should be doing with our time in that moment. So this is definitely a struggle. I mean, don't get me wrong. And I don't have all the answers. I'm struggling with this day in and day out. But what I am finding to be very helpful is a daily meditation practice. I've been wanting to get into meditation for a long time. I've always loved the idea of meditation, and I've only very recently actually started doing it. I still don't do it every single day as much as I'd like to, but I would say on weekdays, at least 80% of the time, I do have a daily meditation practice right now. And it's helping. It's definitely helping, because meditation, what it does is, among other things, it trains you to control your thoughts and your emotions. And that's really what this is all about. This is what it comes down to. Because if you let your thoughts and your emotions run wild, you'll never get anything done, right? Because there's so much stuff going through your head. Given your place in life, where you are, you run a business, you have clients, you have customers, you have problems, you have family, all these things going on. If you let those thoughts and the emotions that come with those thoughts run wild, you'll never get anything done. Your relationships will suffer across the board, and you just won't be a very effective professional or human being. But if you can learn to control your thoughts and your emotions, to put them in their place, like really be in charge of when you let those thoughts and those emotions come in so that you can focus on the task or the person or the situation at hand in that moment and ignore everything else just for that moment, for that time period. Then you're going to get more done. You're going to have better relationships, and you're going to be a more effective professional and human being overall. So I think meditation has a lot to offer, and that's my one takeaway I want to share with you today. If you feel the struggle like I do, and you find some of these challenges to be hindering your progress professionally or personally, I would seriously give meditation a try. Simple way to do it is there's an app for the iPhone. I assume it's on Android too. It's called Calm, C-A-L-M, Calm. It's a simple mindfulness meditation app. They've got a bunch of meditation exercises. You can do it for about 10 minutes a day. And in my experience, that makes a big difference. That's all for today. Hey, thanks for listening. Do me a favor. If you like what you hear, go on iTunes and leave us a rating and a review because it helps more people discover the show. Thanks so much.